Tatyana.
Hi. So I want to jump right in and talk about the dynamic between your two characters. What was it like working together? You guys bring so much lighthearted energy to the movie, and it's really enjoyable in those tough moments in the film that we watch.
Cora and I are madly in love with each other in real life, so it is really easy to play love when you love someone.
Mhm.
It was wonderful. We were partners in crime on this thing. It was beautiful. It was one of the most fulfilling and beautiful partnerships in art I've had in a long time.
I would have to agree. There was a lot of different things leading up until us when we actually were on set that was very kismet and beautiful. And so Coral has taught me a lot about myself in this last since we've shot this film. And I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, I want to talk about as well. Carrie, your character is very open in her sexuality and very free, whereas Coral, your character is very, still learning about herself and still very timid. What is that like to have these type of queer characters on a film and getting both of those types of different representation?
Yeah, I thought it was really important for me to be the artist when approaching La, to show a very unapologetically Black, queer, creative teenager who's radical and is going to be the change that she wants to see in the world.
Absolutely.
And to express herself with the most potency and truth, which I feel like is incredibly important for other Black teenagers to see this young, queer, Black child, expressing herself. That is important. And to also crush on someone who's also a brown person, there's something very symbolic to the sisterhood of Cora and La in this very traditional kind of narrative.
Yeah. No, it's also good to play someone who to see that other kids to see that it can be hard and that it's okay for it to be hard. But someone like Cora is really lucky to have a La at her school, not only because it's easy to fall in love with someone like La, but to see someone who is so full of life and proud of themselves, that's life-changing. And so hopefully having the both characters, Cora still figuring it out and La, who is so proud, will get someone to that point where they too can be happy and in love and free.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like this representation in this film is so important, and I can't wait for people to see you guys shine in the film. And it's going to be great. Thank you so much for this time.
Thank you so much.
Tatyana.
Thank you. How you doing today?
Hey, Tatyana, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I want to talk to you all about Chemical Hearts. I want to start off by saying your voice is so soothing and so compelling to listen to as our narrator throughout the film. So really enjoyable on that. So in the film, Grace gives you a book of 100 love sonnets. Are you a poetry fan? Do you consider yourself a romantic?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good question. I think definitely, I think, Lily's a big poetry fan, and, but she's got a poetry book actually that she wrote. And yeah, so she definitely I think exposed me to some poems. And yeah, and, showed me some good stuff. But yeah, no, I think definitely, poetry is beautiful.
Yeah.
No.
And I feel like in the film, Henry kind of makes Lily's character Grace out to be sort of his manic pixie dream girl trope, if you will, but the film kind of negates that completely. How do you feel that changes Henry's viewpoint when he finds out that she's not the girl that he thought she was, or that he could turn her into?
Yeah, no, totally. I think it changes his perspective completely. And I definitely think I definitely think like if he was to look at the experiences that happened to him like a year later, there's
Mhm.
probably like a lot to learn. You know, in that moment, I mean, he's very much just like in it. Um, and there's not much of like a perspective yet, I guess, actually.
Yeah.
So I think like a perspective about it probably comes later. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, that's definitely, I think, a big surprise because it's not like a straight lie.
Right.
But you know, it's just like not, I guess.
There's just so much more to her, you know, than
Yeah,
that. Than
yeah, and I think that's definitely a sort of like shock, and there's definitely like desperation there of trying to
Mhm.
hold on to what he thought was true. So
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. To wrap it up, what is one word that you would describe Chemical Hearts for people who maybe have no idea on the spectrum of what it is? And-
Oh my gosh, one word. Oh. I don't know if maybe heartbreak is good. Maybe
Heartbreak is
that's a
good.
good word. I mean, that seems to kind of cover the whole thing.
Yeah. I
Uh,
think this movie is definitely for the brokenhearted.
yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah. That's how if I had one word, maybe that's one of them.
Mhm. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I
Yeah.
can't wait for everybody else to see the movie because it was spectacular and you guys did an amazing job in the film.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate
No
that. No, I
problem.
appreciate you talking to me too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.